You
Um,
see?
for me, it's this film was a great opportunity to tell a story about a community that actually is really hidden and really mysterious in Israel and the Israeli Arab community, because Druze are Arabs. Although in the Israeli community, when you will ask, when somebody will ask me, or you will ask what it is, Druze, who is a Druze, they will tell you, oh, they're not Arabs, they're Druze. So Druze are Arabs. Okay, let's make something clear.
Oui.
For me, it was a great experience because first of all, I have a lot of Druze friends. You can never know what exactly is the Druze religion because it is a very mysterious religion. You cannot know. We don't know how they actually pray. We don't know what they're believing in exactly. We don't know what exactly what is what they're reading in. Only the religious people inside the community know exactly what the religion is
No,
all
not
about.
the only the religious, not
Religious, yes.
myself. I don't know.
No, this is what I said. Only
Yeah,
the religious people know
yeah.
exactly what the religion is all about. So when I came and I auditioned for the movie, I came. I remember that I came with earrings, and Adi told me, "Well, you know, you cannot wear any earrings because Druze women don't wear earrings because they're not allowed to." And I remember at the day that we were shooting, the days that we were shooting, I wasn't. I wore this white scarf, and I wanted to go out and smoke a cigarette. And he told me, Lucy, please don't go out and smoke a cigarette while you're wearing the scarf because you cannot do that. First of all, try not to smoke, and second, just don't smoke with the scarf on because this is something that people don't forgive and people don't accept, especially in the village that we were shooting the film. And so, a lot of things I learned about the Druze community that I didn't know before. But like I said yesterday, my first when I was in the university, I fell in love with a Druze guy, and he was. It was a great love story that was never fulfilled, and it was because his parents never accepted the fact that he will be able to uh, bring a Muslim girl to his life or to inside the community or inside the family because they will break the circle of the Druze community. So although they love me and that I'm really accepted at their home until you are getting married with our son, you won't do that. It was a kind of a familiar story in this way or another for me. And it was a great experience because it is telling the story about, I think, life in general, life in general in Israel, when we're living these lives that Arabs and Jews are living together, and actually people are not trying to integrate because eventually we're all living together in Israel, and love stories happen, and Jews are sometimes are falling in love with Arabs and vice versa, and these stories are really hard to live in Israel because Arabs. I come from an Arab Muslim family, and I grew up all my life in Dimona, which is a Jewish town, and this is something that it's not accepted by any of the sides. So, being a part of this movie is actually telling the story of my life as well, in a way or another.
Um, so the film was filmed in a real Druze village. I'm sure a lot of viewers are wondering how realistic the story was and how much these issues are live. For me, some of the things that jumped out were the question of how much intermarriage and the fear of intermarriage is present, how much the fear of assimilating and losing Druze culture is present. Another thing that jumped out at me was the scene with the boys talking about going to the army, and
About realistic, I I think and I know that this is very realistic film. This is uh, this is how life is going in Druze village. The young people, the young Druze, who's talking about the army because Druze are going to army as by law. This is not volunteering. This is the law says you must go serve the army for 3 years. So, and they all the time. I remember when I've been 18 years old and just months before going to the army, served for my 3 years in the army. So I remember that every day is just talking about going to the army, and I will be the hero, the biggest hero, and too bad for doing that. But anyway, just to be the hero and having a gun, and I even dreamed about a military career. So, but it's good not happened. And but anyway, this is a very realistic life of the Druze community, the young, the oldest, the story about that if there are people getting married with other villages, and there are, but not very much. But if they will get married, they immediately leaving the village, and actually no one will ask him, go and take yourself and get out. But he will understand when he make this action, he will not return back to his village or to live to village. But anyway, the film is very realistic. All the stories, the small stories, are from the real life of the Druze community in all the aspects of this film. And
I want to make sure that we can take some questions from the audience.
I'm just going to also take this opportunity to pitch something and mention Wednesday night here at the JCC, Tuesday at Cinema Village, we have another film about the Druze community, but this is the Druze community in Majd al-Shams, which are the Syrian Druze who were annexed into Israel after 1967, and most of them do not accept Israeli citizenship and their relationship with Syria today. So check that one out for more about Druze culture.
Would the attitude towards this marriage have been different if he had married a Muslim woman, a Christian woman, as opposed to a Jewish woman?
The same attitude, the same thing. By religion, you cannot get married with non-Druze, only with Druze. If this is a Muslim or Christian or Jewish, it's forbidden, actually. It's not because she's Jewish, he got married with a Jewish, they will say he's very bad. And if he get married with the Christian, they say, okay, she's Christian. It's great. No, the same attitude, the same thing. They will deal with the same, in this situation, in the same way.
I have a question. Many of my Muslim friends are, I would say, secular Muslims. They're not religious. They don't pray. Some of them may fast maybe for a day during Ramadan, but they're not religious. And I got the feeling from you that there's many, particularly of the younger generation, of Druze who are also secular. They're Druze, but they're really not practicing their religion. Is that true?
Yes, of course, because there is only the religion people can practice prayers and religious stuff. But anyway, in holidays, religious holidays or something, feast, or so they must do stuff, but nothing to deal with religion. They will celebrate but nothing with religion. They will never go to you can, yeah, temple or khilwa or whatever, but and you can actually know that because they got dressed not the same. Like I'm dressing like that, like all of you, and I'm not religion. And the religion you have seen the film, this with the mustache and having the white. This is religion, so we can actually know who's religion and who's not religious. So yeah, we have the religious stuff.
I must compliment you. You made a beautiful movie,
Thank you.
beautiful background, beautiful acting. It was really beautiful and very enjoyable. For some reason, I felt, I understood it. It was a question of marrying out of your religion and so on. For some reason, I had a constant feeling that the Israeli-Arab conflict had some impact on the story. I know that the Druze serve in the Israeli army. I know they, but I don't have to go into that. You know better than I do. But I felt, for some reason, I felt that there were two problems there: one religion and one the Arab-Israeli conflict.
The Israeli, no.
maybe me. I, because I think there is nothing in it.
I don't think there is any. Yeah, no. I don't think there's anything about the Arab conflict because I didn't deal with that from the beginning. I know I do have some things that about the Druze way of thinking, how they think, like about. There is something that I want to say anyway about this conflict, about the Arab situation. All they think that we are Druze, not Arab. But we forgot that we are Arab because this is what they teach us when we're born. So
This was my perception, not your intention. I'm taking the blame for that.
I have to
No.
tell you that it was like the first time. It is the first time that we're hearing this because this actually story is got nothing to do with the Israeli Arab or the Israeli Palestinian conflict. Got nothing to do at all with this. It's a story about a community who, yeah, yeah. There are a lot of films who are talking about the conflict, but not this one. This film is actually basically telling the story of a small community in Israel, which the story was not told until today. So
there was a part of this film that left me, I still am questioning, and that was the husband, the father. He seemed like he was very successful in Mitzpeh Ramona, Dimona, wherever he was. And it was curious why he went back to the village rather than stay where he was and start a new life without his wife. I mean, what was that about?
I will. Is there any Israelis in here who lives in New York or in the States? Yeah. I believe this Israelis who lives in New York for 10 or 20 years, maybe they always will think that they will come back to Israel. I think so. So they will always coming back to Israel. They stay with in their mind, and in the Druze. Even not only in the Druze, but the mother, she's very important for all of us. The mother, this word mother or this thing. So some kid, this Yosef who left his left Mitzpeh Ramon, coming back to his village. If he was succeed, he will never come back, and I don't think that he succeed. If he got divorced, never mind if he's married to Jewish or whatever, he didn't succeed in his life. This is what I think. And coming back home to his mother and just take the kids and thank you, I will do my stuff, but please raise my kids and that's it. And I think this is the way that Joseph thought. This is the way I thought when I got divorced. When I got divorced, I took my daughter, okay, I'm a single father, but I want to do my stuff, to do my things. So thank you, mother. Take my kids and raise her, and I will go study filming. So this is what's happened. This is what's happening to Joseph. He's coming back. He knows that the only woman or the only person in this life is his mother. So he come back to his mother. The same that all of us will do maybe one day.